Hello and welcome. Today's date, that is in of September the 24th, 2019, and market's down. Today it's down 11.7%. That's got a little bit of a rally from this point. And the other coins, well, they're doing worse because Bitcoin dominance is actually doing well today, meaning it's Bitcoin's doing better, overperforming other cryptocurrencies. And I'll go over this now since this will take a little bit of time and Bitcoin's going to take a lot of time. So I'll just go over this now. As I've been stating, it needs to get into this 18 average just to attempt to correct. Well, it's done that. And now it's getting above the 18 average of highs. And that's the first step to regain its move as it's playing out right now. Now, I got a line there at 71.12 for a reason. It's just been sick volatility and just continues to show in here because this is where the 18 average of highs happens to be. And as we can see, there is just some sick current volatility as I'm doing this video right now. And the time is 1700 hours, 16 minutes, or 5:16 p.m. Eastern Time. But you just see these sick moves. So it comes up to where the 18 average of highs on the daily time frame is, because that's where the 71 is. Has a big, large pierce above it, gets down there, and it's just been going wild now for the last hour. So now it's made the statement that it's attempting to, at next step, get back to the previous high area, which is up towards the range. This previous area here, the conservative level is around 72 and a quarter up to previous high. Breaking previous high, well, then you're making a new leg higher. But this is at least done. The first step it needs to do in a decline is flatten the 18, which is totally done. Working on establishing levels of resistance. It's kind of three little bears, too small, too big, just right. Well, it's on the too small for a break above here. Not a really large, concise move above here, but enough where it's like noticeable. And it's telling us that, hey, I mean, it doesn't take much more for it to be a concise move. Because once you see it like at 72, 72 low, once you see it around 72, then it starts to become more and more so. But for now, band is flat, 18 average of lows comes in at around 70. Okay, back to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's going down like this and it's dominating. That means the average other altcoin is doing worse than down 12% right now. This level of support obviously taken down. And as I've been mentioning before in previous videos, doing exactly what it always does, or usually always does, and is again doing it this time. You break a key level, concise and fast, noticeable red candle, or green candle up. This case down, red candle. That's just how it goes. Oh, where are we going first? Yeah, this little area here. And that's where I said it was going to go. So now, short term, we're finding some support because we can see a little bit of a line. But that's really about it, just short term. Well, for now, I mean, it might be long term. We'll see. Because one of two things happens here. A, failed move. A failed move is where you break a clear support level. Big, and this is major. This is big time, that, yeah. You have a noticeable break below, yeah. You spend relatively a low amount of time below where you are, so it's something like, but you get back to the 18 average in here relatively quick, or above that key support, and mainly above that key level, and consolidate, sure. Congest is the word I like to use, where you just stay in and around that area, and you do that relatively quickly. When something like that happens, that is how I'd be looking for that move. Now, that might be it, it might not be, but it's what to look for because the other situation is coming back down to the next key Fibonacci level, which I'll put in now. It broke the 98.14, next key level is 63. I was expecting anywhere between like high 7,000s to about, well, where we are now is where the bottom would be for the first move lower. So again, we'll just wait and see, and always adjusting the message of the markets way too early to make any clear, good probable cases for either or. At least for me, it's too early. Rather, for now, I just look at the short-term time frame. This is the 3-hour chart. 2 hours and 38 minutes left, so it's relatively a new period, and a volatile previous period it was. Single hour, it was really this hour here. It was a 1400 hour, 2 p.m. Eastern time frame. But don't the 3 hour time frame is huge too. It went all the way down here. So it was actually both of them. It was 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, or 1500 hours. Let's just keep shortening it out, 15. And on the 1 hour, 3 hour, way oversold. Doesn't mean we can't go lower, but we're in need of a correctionary move. It was way oversold down here, and we're having that correctionary move now. Okay, so it started when? Oh, 1445, so 245. And then 2 periods of just going sideways, and then another huge move. So this period lost 7.7%. This nothing period was 0.5%, but this down period here, 8.4. So two 8% down, 15-minute sessions. And then the following 15-minute session here was 6 and 2/3% up. And now it's continued to go up after pausing for a bit and having another leg higher, but just correcting within the 18, attempting to flatten out the band. It still hasn't done that yet. It's declining and it will remain doing so until it can stop the downtrend, which means stay going sideways or start rallying up to the 18 average of highs. And so stage one is getting it to flatten, and then stage two is attempting to break out above it and do all those sort of things as we can see in here. 4 minute term time frame. There we can see as it comes up, the band doesn't flatten until this concise move in here. It takes a move to the 18 average of highs. For back in here, everything's still declining. You have the move to this low, and within it we can see here how huge of this time consolidation here. You can see like nothing's happening here, but we'll show that this is just volatility extreme happening right here. But time correction happened, so markets correct one of two ways. Way number one, through time. That is through time. Way number two, through price. This is via that of price. So this got the band to flatten. So stage two is to try to get above it. It had some, it's just consolidated above the 18 average of highs for a few periods. So that's enough to say, hey, okay, it looks like it's going to do it. This is where it establishes it. Now we've had this coming back to support. So short term, if you see this thing getting above like 87.35, then maybe we might make a move up to the high 89s. That's really all much more need to say about it, because on the 1 hour and all those time frames, there's a lot of ways to go for it to even get to correctionary phase and stop the down momentum on those markets. But the short term, hey, bullish setup, I guess. When we're looking at here, we see possible exitation of the 18. But if you see a situation like this, especially after the down move, I think that it's almost, I don't know how you would do this. I think you can. I don't know if you can. So I don't know. I guess I don't know if I think you can or not. But that is, if there's somebody willing to put a buy order in for say 87.15, then or a sell order. So I want to buy this at 87.15, but only when someone has a sell order for that, I guess. Well, I don't know how it works. Yeah. Because right now I can buy it for 85.95, but I don't want to buy it unless I know it's up there. But I'd like it automated, because usually when it breaks this, it's just so fast. As when levels get broken, it's just so big. Obviously, we can see this long consolidation is where it's resisting now. So this does bring a big setup, showing that if it does get above here, probability odds is that it's going to definitely have a high chance and usually fast of coming here. But with that being said, in a bear market, or you have situations where you have a key level, break it, decisive new low. Then you go back to where you came from, you resist where you support. That happens all the time in these markets. So now, if there's any weakness showing amongst the 18 average of lows, it's not able to get above this, then that's giving you the indication that this play, this move is not over, and we're most likely got not only a good chance of matching this low, but even breaking it for another leg down. But as it goes, I'm confident that there's a good chance that either this is going to be that failed breakdown, because if it does here, it would be just below the 18. And if you just go below the 18 like this and you're only able to support one level, you come back fast to this, That's a strong setup. I don't know if it's going to do that. If it doesn't do that, the indication that it's saying by leaving the 18 is that it's going to, well, at least have another a leg lower. And this is not where a leg lower would be. It'd be lower. Obviously, I showed the Fibonacci in the 6,000 range. I think mathematically, if it does that, then it probably would do what normally it does. Fibonacci would do its thing. It would probably come down somewhere in here. Maybe even do a 76.4. And I think there's a good chance that if it comes in here, this is where a good the bottom from here. Now, that's what I think. Everything you do is your own risk, your own reward. But that just means, oh, what's the probability odds if it comes down here that we're going to see, say, we'll say it's at 6,000, we're going to see 18,000 versus 2,000 next. Probably 18, yeah. Okay, now let's move it on to the minute time frame. Really just to see how it all went down. So the final move lower there we can see in there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. In here, this is where it came in, starting at 1447, ending at 1501. So the whole thing was under 15 minutes, even though 93.58 to 8500. And that's normal. A cup of coffee and the extreme move has a start to its finish. I've been thinking, I haven't done it. I've been thinking about where to calculate Fibonacci from. I'm just going to see how it works out from this because, one, you use it from, and this is what I'm going to go with, is from a key breakdown point, which is right here. And let me just push this button, which will fast forward it. And other spots to consider is the key high. Maybe this breakdown spot. Nah. Maybe, and this is just so tough. I can't pick any of those highs. Let's go the 8 hour. Anything here? Like, could take this high, and it's one of the tricky ones that I think this is. I have to use the high from in here. So when we look at this again, let me just. I might have to go a little. I might pick this little high in here. Let me just see again which one should work the best. I could use this high, but I kind of don't want to. I have to use this. I'm gonna use this open. 93.53. We'll round it to the nearest dollar. And we'll use the low, which comes in right now at 7,800 even. How those even numbers work like that is very interesting. 23.6 comes in at 81.42. So let's put a line there. How did that one hang in there? That well, support here and the resistance here. It's just luck that it happened, but I mean, and I'm doing this for the first time. I haven't calculated these. I've been looking and I've been trying to figure out, and it was just, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this? And well, I might as well do it this way. Okay, so the 38.2% comes in at 83.60. Are these numbers right? Yeah, that 38.2, because this is 23. That makes sense, yeah. So it resisted this, and then whatever. It's just luck. We got the next one in at 87.26. Well, this one didn't hit. That's interesting. I like it. Not really, but I do actually. I do. I mean, I actually get kind of sick of always being right, if you know what I mean. I do have that. I mean, it does. Yeah, that's just unusual. I don't usually see that. I mean, usually Fibonacci's coincide with previous levels, so the fact that it coincides here works out. And you know what? No, 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 no. I know what this means. This move isn't over yet. Duh, just because it hasn't resisted it. I mean, tops are known after the fact, yeah. Adjust the message, adjusting the message of the market always. The 18 isn't failing, and we look short term, that's breaking out on the 1 minute. Oh, this baby's breaking 87.26. Come on. We'll see. This is 5:32 p.m. as I'm doing this, and I'm uploading it soon, but we'll see how it goes. But that's just what that level happens to be. The next number after that is 89.61. Okay. We'll see how this goes, but I'm going to keep this on during this run, see how this plays out. And later today, I still got two more videos that I want to make. And one gold and silver I'm definitely making. And then beginners, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I tried doing it yesterday, and oh my goodness. It was 5 minutes and change. Everything's going good. Then I get a phone call. Okay, well, and I'm at a point where I'm like, I know where I'm at. This is a perfect time to pause the video. And I think it was, and then I even waited like an hour. I'm thinking, you know what? Let's just shut this down and do it tomorrow. I'm thinking, no, I mean, I feel good about doing it. It was a good second half. I wish it would have came through, but I think I can do it better. Um, so, and I got the new information of course, today's sell-off because I was talking about this situation, and now I know more information on it as well, just for that purpose alone. But yeah, this is where Fibonacci can really tell in here that there's a good chance that this isn't over yet, that this move isn't quite done, and I'll be shocked. I'll be very shocked if we don't hit either one of two things I'm expecting to happen. Hitting the 87.26 most likely on the exact or a pierce above. And then whatever after that, it'll do its thing. What I don't expect is this area to be a top and pierce in this area and then just low volatile move make its way down or sideways. So either make its way up or this is a monstrous failed move and we would crash through these two Fibonacci lines like no other. Because a failed attempt that doesn't work is a fast move in the opposite direction. And I know that big time from my rookie days of trading the traditional markets. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye bye.